Hi, my name is Tim, and I'm forgiven. Our arguments within the government should not be about what to do or how to do it. It should be about what is right to do and what is wrong to do. We cannot beat them on how to give things away, because we know we can't give things away. So if we get into that discussion, we'll always talk about controlling the spending, controlling the size, controlling the reach. Now, right there, that automatically puts us at odds with the people who want everything they can possibly get. Healthcare, they don't want minimal healthcare. They don't want regulation that controls the cost. That means that, okay, so I still got to spend money. That's not what they're looking to do. They're looking to get out of the responsibility. So when we get into these discussions, we've got no argument. We've got no argument about how to write the law. So we're going to lose. So our argument has to be about what is right and what is wrong for government to be involved in. Government has no business in healthcare. They don't. You see, this is really this is one of those things that it's a really sensitive matter, because it's really personal. And it at first, or superficially, from the uneducated minds who want health care, it can look like it's no big deal. We're talking about helping people. That's what it looks like. Look, it's just about helping people. And it's not. It's about controlling people. And this is the stealth way into controlling your life, our lives. This is the way in the back door. What is right and what is wrong? This is what we have to educate people on. You just have to look them in the face and say, look, vote for me. I think health care by the government is wrong. I think it's wrong. It just is. The government is not about maintaining anything within the country. It's about, as far as the people go. They're not about people maintenance. Government is not about people maintenance. This is where we get into danger with the food stamp program. Food stamps are tax money. That's where it comes from. So the people who are working are paying, and then you got to understand, every time the government gets involved, there's a slice taken out of society for the government, for the public sector. So the help that is done has a price on it. Now, I can go all over the place, but what I'm telling you to do, if you want to get into conversations, if you want to get into debates about these things, what you've got to do is say, there's nothing to discuss in healthcare. How do we do healthcare? We don't. Healthcare is not an issue that should be discussed by our government. It's not. Now, everybody, even people who hate this healthcare law, they seem to think that something's got to be done. Now, I'm going to illustrate something to you. Let's just say that your little baby girl is sick and in the hospital. You think it's right to put a price tag on her head and say, look, you save her, you're going to get $50. I mean, virtually that's what we're doing. We're saying that healthcare is too much. How do you say that what healthcare does is too much? You know why it's too much? Because too many people are manipulating the system. And I'm not talking about individuals, I'm talking about controls. Too much regulation. Too much government intrusion. Because they only want to help us. You got to get your head out of that dark place and realize that government, officials of and for and by the government, do not have good intentions about your life. They don't. There are no good intentions involved in this health care. And when our president goes and hands out $250 checks, that's just, it's despicable. It's disgusting. It is the most perverse way to treat the Constitution, to treat America, to treat its people. It is a blatant, out and out bribery. It's buying acceptance of the health care. It's sick. This is where we are. This is the way things have all come together. And as long as we keep, look, I mean, it's like making a law against dying. You can't die. If you do, you break the law. That's ridiculous. Everybody dies. These are where these laws are. This is where, you know, they're eventually going to end up. And you may say, you're kind of cuckoo. Well, you got to understand, you cannot regulate breathing. You cannot regulate going to the restroom. You cannot regulate eating. When you do, it literally turns you, the regulator, into God. Is that really where you want people to be your God? Some person to be your God? For crying out loud. It's wrong. It is wrong. Get your head out of your rear end. Quit arguing about the law and how to make it work. Start talking about how it's not the business of the government. It's not. This is a war. And we have got to get very, very involved. God bless.